You're listening to the Everything Jewish in 10 Minutes podcast, where you'll learn about every Jewish topic imaginable in about 10 minutes. And as always, I apologize for all of my Hebrew pronunciation. I know I'm going to pronounce Hebrew words wrong, so instead of getting annoyed, I give you permission to laugh at how I say things. Today's topic is Hanukkah. There are more ways to spell it than there are candles on the menorah, but no matter how you write it, it's the festival of lights. Hanukkah usually shows up in December, right around the time people are already hanging tinsel and blasting Mariah Carey. That's why it's one of the most well-known Jewish holidays, even though it's technically a minor one. But don't be fooled. Hanukkah packs a lot of history, miracle stories, fried food, and family fun into 8 nights. If Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are about reflection, Hanukkah is about celebration. It's cozy, sparkly, and filled with the smell of frying potatoes. Basically, it's Judaism's way of saying, hey, the nights may be long and dark, but we've got light, laughter, and donuts. So, what's the story? Hanukkah dates back over 2,000 years to the time of the Maccabees, a group of Jewish rebels in ancient Judea. The Seleucid Greek king, Antiochus IV, had outlawed Jewish practices and desecrated the temple in Jerusalem. The Maccabees weren't having it. They rose up, fought back, and against all odds, reclaimed the temple. When they went to rededicate it, they found only one small jar of pure oil left to light the menorah, enough for one day. Miraculously, it burned for 8 days, long enough for more oil to be prepared. And thus, Hanukkah became the celebration of both military victory and divine light. Think of it as the underdog story meets the world's most famous oil conservation plan. Hollywood has made movies with less drama. It's about resilience, faith, and the belief that a little bit of light can go a long way, literally 8 times longer than expected. The centerpiece of Hanukkah is the menorah, or technically the Hanukkah, a 9-branched candelabrum. Each night, one more candle is lit until all 8 burn brightly, with the 9th, the shamash or helper candle, used to light the others. Families gather to say blessings, sing songs, and watch the candles glow. It's simple, beautiful, and oddly mesmerizing. Kids love counting how many candles are lit, and adults get sentimental about the flickering lights. The menorah usually sits in a window, shining out into the world, which is the point, to publicize the miracle. Some families get fancy with modern menorah designs. Star Wars menorahs, dinosaur menorahs, even avocado-shaped menorahs. The creativity is endless, but the meaning remains the same: light in the darkness. By the 8th night, with all the candles blazing, the room feels like a mini bonfire of hope. And unlike Christmas lights, you don't have to spend a weekend untangling wires. Now, let's talk food, because Hanukkah is basically an oil appreciation festival. And what better way to honor oil than by frying everything in sight? The classics are latkes, crispy potato pancakes served with applesauce or sour cream, depending on whether you want a sweet or savory vibe. Then there are sufganiyot, jelly-filled donuts dusted with powdered sugar, which prove that fried dough is a universal love language. Some communities fry cheese pancakes, others fry fritters, but the theme is clear: fry now, atone later. The oil is symbolic of the miracle, but it also makes the holiday delicious. Kitchens fill with the sound of sizzling pans, the smell of frying, and the occasional smoke alarm. Hanukkah food isn't just tasty, it's joyful, communal, and often a little messy. And honestly, nothing bonds a family quite like arguing over whether applesauce or sour cream is the superior latke topping. Answer: both. Always both. Hanukkah is also famous for the dreidel, a 4-sided spinning top game that's equal parts gambling, math, and chaos. Each side has a Hebrew letter: Nun, Gimel, He, and Shin, standing for Nes Gadol Hayasham. A great miracle happened there. In Israel, the Shin is replaced with a Peh, for Po, meaning here. Players spin the dreidel, and based on the letter it lands on, they either win or lose tokens. Traditionally, chocolate coins called gelt. Kids play for fun, adults sneak chocolate gelt, and everyone pretends to remember the rules. Dreidel is less about winning and more about tradition, laughter, and occasionally launching tops across the room. The game originated as a clever disguise for Torah study during times when learning was forbidden. So yes, dreidel was once an act of resistance. Today, it's a holiday favorite, proving once again that Jewish culture can make even spinning plastic tops meaningful. Speaking of gelt, let's not underestimate the role of gifts. Traditionally, Hanukkah wasn't about presents, but in modern times, especially in North America, it's become part of the holiday season gifting spirit. Kids might get one gift each night, which sounds magical until parents realize that's 8 rounds of shopping. Some families do smaller treats most nights and save a big gift for one night. Others skip gifts entirely and stick with gelt, which can be chocolate or actual money slipped into envelopes. The shift toward presents reflects adaptation, Hanukkah competing with the cultural juggernaut of Christmas. But whether it's toys, books, or shiny chocolate coins, the heart of it is joy and togetherness. After all, what better way to celebrate a holiday about miracles than with a little extra surprise? And unlike January sales regret, Hanukkah gifts usually come with fewer credit card hangovers and way more wrapping paper menorahs. Hanukkah's timing makes it stand out. Falling in late fall or winter, when nights are long and cold, it offers light, warmth, and festivity, right when people need it most. The menorah shining in windows feels like a collective gesture against darkness. In Israel, Hanukkah has a national vibe, with public menorah lightings, concerts, and bakeries showing off wild sufganiyah flavors. Think pistachio cream, Nutella, or even sushi-inspired versions. Yes, really. In the diaspora, Hanukkah is a chance for Jewish communities to share their traditions publicly. Giant menorahs appear in city squares, mall atriums, and even at the White House. It's one of the few Jewish holidays that's highly visible, and for many people, it's their first introduction to Jewish culture. That visibility has helped Hanukkah become a symbol of Jewish pride and resilience. Even if it's not the biggest holiday religiously, it shines brightest in the cultural imagination. Let's not forget the music. Hanukkah has its own playlist, from traditional songs like Maoz Tzur to playful favorites like I Have a Little Dreidel. And in recent decades, there's been a wave of modern Hanukkah tunes, from Adam Sandler's famous Hanukkah song, which turned listing Jewish celebrities into a holiday tradition, to a cappella groups like the Maccabees putting a Jewish spin on pop hits. Music keeps Hanukkah fun, catchy, and very YouTube-friendly. Families sing while lighting candles, kids belt out dreidel songs off-key, and communities gather for concerts. The soundtrack of Hanukkah is a mix of sacred, silly, and pop culture infused, much like the holiday itself. If Rosh Hashanah is solemn shofar notes and Yom Kippur is haunting Kol Nidre melodies, Hanukkah is the holiday mixtape. A little reverence, a lot of humor, and maybe even some beatboxing. It proves once again that Jewish joy has always had a good soundtrack. Hanukkah also carries deep symbolism. It's about light triumphing over darkness, hope over despair, and the power of resilience. The Maccabees were outnumbered and under-resourced, but they fought for their identity and their right to practice Judaism. The oil wasn't supposed to last, but it did. Hanukkah reminds Jews that miracles, both big and small, can happen. And it's not just about ancient battles. In every generation, Jews have faced challenges to identity, survival, and faith, and Hanukkah offers a story of perseverance. That's why the menorah isn't just decorative, it's a statement. Each candle says, "We're still here. We still shine." It's a message that resonates universally. Everyone can relate to needing a little light in the darkness, whether literal or metaphorical. Hanukkah's enduring relevance lies in that message. Even when things look bleak, hope and resilience can stretch farther than you ever imagined, sometimes 8 days worth. So that's Hanukkah in about 10 minutes. 8 nights of lights, latkes, donuts, dreidels, and resilience. It's a holiday born of rebellion and rededication, remembered with candles in windows, families gathering around tables, and kids spinning tops until someone cries. It's festive, it's fried, and it's full of joy. Hanukkah isn't about being the biggest or most important holiday. It's about remembering a miracle, celebrating identity, and finding light in dark times. And it's about eating your body weight in potatoes while pretending it's for religious reasons. Thanks for joining me on this whirlwind tour of Hanukkah. Stick around for the next episode, where we'll explore another Jewish holiday in about 10 minutes. Until then, may your holiday be bright, your latkes crispy, and your donuts filled with the good stuff.